Okay, Else, you're back. Good to have you back. Miral is back as well. Lamar, awesome. So we can see a video first. So you have occluded what are we talking about, because I didn't see what's inside the ball here, right? You didn't see it. Did you see it? You didn't see, right? I was hiding it. I was hiding. Oh, I think you saw it. You see it? No? It's like something brownish inside here. We're gonna talk about this thing.
Oh yeah, it's something that let plants grow.
It's something that don't say it, don't say it. What is it?
Plant.
Not plant. Well, plants use it actually, or it's a really a major thing for plants to grow. It's like you can't see a plant without this thing. They will die. You'll never see a plant in the air. What is it? What is it? Hello?
Dirt.
It's part of it. What do you say? Zed? Yeah, it's dirt. Or there's another word. I need the other word. It's
Seed.
Lamar.
Seed. Humus. I'm here again.
Okay. Humus is what?
Didn't know my name.
Yeah, Lamar, I know your name now. What is it? Else, do you know what is it? Something
Yes.
something I'm hiding it here. It's
Come
related.
on.
It's
Come
related.
on, that song. That song.
It's related to rocks, actually. And actually, I have something here too.
What is?
Did you see it?
Grape. No.
What is it? What is it, Zed?
Seed.
Not seeds. Are you saying grapes?
Ah.
Grapes? Wait. Let Zed talk. Yes, Zed.
I said grapes.
Grapes. Grape.
I just said it like a grape.
Okay, it's just like a grapes. Well, it's a bit harder because a grape, like something you can eat. This is something that you cannot eat.
Hard.
If you put it in your mouth and you bite on it, you'll break a tooth.
Teeny rock. Pieces of
What did you say?
teeny piece of rock. A rock.
Oh yeah.
Rock.
I have plenty of rocks here. Do you see it?
Talking about
Oh my god, it's falling down on the laptop.
But
Oh,
I
here.
saw
Do you see it? It's rocks. It's rocks. Yeah, here is it. And actually, now I can tell you. Remember we took the lesson about the rocks, and when you break them to pieces, oh my god,
Look at this one.
what's gonna happen to them when you
I have
when
a piece. Great.
awesome the rocks. So when you break the rocks to pieces, it will turn to.
I have a colorful. I love this one. Under the rock.
Yeah. Okay. It will turn
Get it
to
with me.
soil. Everybody say it. Soil.
And just soil.
Soil. Yes, so today's lesson is about soil. Okay. And we can break soil to pieces as well, huh? You can look. I can make it smaller pieces. You see how? Oh, there's soil on my hands now. It's dirt. How are you, Farah?
Rocks inside this one.
Oh, who came just now? Because I want to show you the rocks I was holding. Who did not see the rocks? You have rocks too, Lamar? Awesome.
Can we just start the lesson?
Yeah. We need to start the lesson, but I need to mute you first because, and then I will tell you.
Love it. What about the song?
Okay, yeah, there is a song. Now, but before the song, I want to show you because some of you just came now. Okay, so I will show you the rocks that I have here. Because previously in the science lesson we took the rocks, right? We talked about the rocks. So I brought for you some rocks here. They're really hard. They're really hard. You can't just squeeze them and break them. You can't, right? Only some stuff can break rocks. Like what? Like Raindrops. Yes, Zed, you said it. So rain can break rocks. Air even. You know that's air because sometimes the air is really strong and it keeps hitting the rock. Hitting the rock, it turns it to soil. Right? Yes. Wait a second. Masa, you're talking? Oh, we're already late, so sorry, we're not. Please don't unmute yourself now. Because we're gonna watch a video and then immediately start because we have no time. Okay. Now, let me share my screen. Please focus. And I will show you a video. Okay. This video will show you how rocks breaks to pieces and turns to soil, just like this. How those rocks turn to be this, right? Okay. Please all mute yourself. I guess I muted you all, but I don't know where the sound is coming from. You all muted, right? Yes, you all muted. Okay. Great. Now this is, can you see a video? If you can see a video, raise your, put your thumb up. Your thumb up if you see something. Yes, you see a video. Okay. Okay. Now, if you hear, again, just put your thumb up. Do you? Yeah. Now, this is a big rock, as you can see. You can see the big rock in the mountain? Yes, nod your head if yes. Yes, you can see it. Now, how the soil forms. Let's see how the big rock turns to small pieces and it turns to soil. Yeah, let's see.
The action of sun, water, ice, wind, and plants break huge pieces of rock to form soil. The process of soil formation is very slow, taking thousands of years.
I'll stop it now. Can you hear? Is there a sound for the video? You can hear the sound? Yes? Let me see. You can see the sound? Oh, so you can't hear the sound? Not now, no.
And is known as the weathering of rocks. The rocks are continuing.
Okay, even if you can't hear, it's okay, I'll explain to you. I just want you to see how the big rock turns to pieces. You can hear me else, right? Yes. Just have a look. It's okay if you can't hear the sound of the video, that's okay. Yes, okay. Let's see here now.
Continuously exposed to the agents of weather, constantly heated by the sun and cooled by the rain.
Look, before there was really like it's hot weather, the sun, and then the rain fall down. What's gonna happen? Like it's too hot, and then it becomes really cold. So predict what's gonna happen to the rock. It will, boom. It will break.
The alternate heating and cooling over a long period of time cracks the rocks in the following manner. Rain falling over heated rocks causes to break due to
see how the big rock breaks to pieces?
Sudden contraction. The rain collects in these cracks and may freeze in winter, forming ice. The rocks to break into smaller causes smaller pieces.
Now the big rock, just like those rocks, okay, it's turning to soil, you see?
Sometimes the roots of a tree require more space for themselves, produce acid that helps in breaking.
Did you see it? Did you see how the big rock turned to small pieces? Hala, did you see how? Yes, okay, Lara, focus with me here. Now, we're gonna go back to our lesson and ask you some questions, inshallah, if we have time. If you can see something, raise your hand. Can you see a big rock? Can you see now? Else again, you can't see? There's a slide says, what is soil? If you can see it, put your thumb up. Zed, can you see it? Yeah, who can see it? Lamar? Lara, can you see it? Hala, if you can see, read what can you see, please?
Look at the rock. It has been worn away by seawater, rain, and strong wind.
Awesome. Mute yourself, Hala. Awesome. Thank you. So you can see it. Else, maybe you can go out and come back again. Maybe there's something wrong with your internet because the rest they can see. Okay, now you can see else. Hashim, you can see, right? Ilyana, you can see. Mirna. Yes, great. What about you, else? You can't see again? Now you can see? You can see, you can see. Awesome, great, great. Awesome. Now, as you can see here, there's like different types of rocks and different colors. But what happened here? There's like a hole. Do you see the hole inside? It's like a handle of a bag, like you can hold it and walk with it, right? Or down there, it's like somebody's blowing air at the bottom and the rest are still there. So actually, because of the water and the rain and the wind, the rocks breaks off. So now let's break this rock together. So I want you to blow air as strong as you can so we can what? Break those rocks to pieces. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, blow. Don't make me fly. Oh my God, that's a really strong wind. Great. Lamar, are you blowing? So when you blow, actually, it's not like the wind, the strong wind, okay? It keeps hitting the rock, so it turns to pieces, okay? And those pieces is soil, okay? What do we call it? Soil. And soil, just like rocks, because rocks are different types and different names, soil is different types and different names as well. Like what? Here, we have some types of soil, like clay, sand. You know the sand when you go to the beach and play with sand? That's actually, try to hold it in your hand and rub your hand and look at it, okay? It's tiny, tiny pieces of rocks that you can see, okay? So clay, sand, silt, all of these are types of rocks, okay? And types of soil that it's pieces of rocks. Okay, now here, we're gonna make an experiment. You know where do we make the experiment? In the lab, right? We go to the lab and we make some experiments. We have like here, some sandy soil, loamy soil, clayey soil. I want you to focus on only those 3 types. Sandy, loamy, clay, okay? Sandy, loamy, clay. Everybody say it, sandy, loamy, clay. Okay, sandy soil. Now, why we have those soil and purple water? Because we want to see which soil keeps the water inside and which soil let the water just pass. Okay, let's see. Are you ready to see this? There is no sound for this video. It's only my voice. Okay, so here we're gonna put the sandy. Which one was first? Sandy, loamy, and then clay, right? So they're gonna put the sandy soil first, and then the loamy, and then the clay. As you see, they're putting them. And the clay. Now what they're gonna do, they're gonna bring the water and pour the water inside so they can see which soil loves the water and keeps it inside, because the pieces are really close. There's no space for the water to run away. And which soil, no, the pieces are away from each other, so the water will pass through. Who can guess, before we continue, who can guess? Which types of soil will let all the water pass because the particles are really far, far away, and which soil, they're really close. There's no space for the water to pass, so they keep the water inside. Zed is raising his hand. Miral Halabi. I didn't hear your voice before. Yes, Miral, guess which type of soil here will let the water pass?
The sandy soil.
The sandy soil, because maybe the particles are far away. Okay, we're guessing now. What about which type of soil that lets the water inside? They really love water. Which one? And they keep the water inside because the particles are so close, there's no space for the water to pass. Is it, okay, sandy, you said it lets the water pass. Is it clayey or loamy? Loamy is in the middle, clayey at the end, the last one. What do you think? Okay, you guessed the sandy soil. Thank you, Miral. Now I want, yes, Tala Hamza.
The clay.
The clay, you think it will keep the water inside?
Yes.
We will see. Let's see. Let's continue the video. Thank you, Tala, for your guess. And Miral, let's continue. Now they're pouring the water. They just color it just for you to see because water is clear. When it's purple, it's easier for you to see. And it's the same amount, do you see? Because we want to see exactly who took the water and, do you see it? The sandy soil, there's a lot of water in the beaker. Oh, not again, wait. Here, did you see it? A lot of water here from the sandy. Just a little bit of water from the loamy. The clayey, oh my God, it took all the water. Maybe just the drops. Is there any drops? No, it took all the water. So the sandy lets the most water through. The loamy, it passed a little bit, and the clayey, it took all the water. So actually, Miral and Tala, they were right. Thank you so much. Now, as you can see here, if you have a closer look, like you put them in the microscope, okay? So because the microscope makes things bigger, right? So if you put the soil inside, you will see the particles or the pieces. So actually the sandy pieces are far away from each other. But the loam soil, they're close, but they're not really attached to each other. But the clay, oh my God, they're really close. So as you can see here, all the water are what? Packed up in the clay, right? In the clay soil. So what do you think? Which one is really good for the plant? The one that keeps the water or the one that hates water or lets the water go? Which one is really good for the plants? What do you think? Aus? Laura, are you focusing with us? Yes, Aus. Which one you think is really good for, it's good for the soil? Good for the plant, sorry.
Yeah.
Sandy? But sand is in the desert and only you can see there cactus and not much of plants. And we saw that, that the sandy water, all the water pass. It doesn't hold any water. So how the plants will take the water?
Clay.
Yes, the clay. Yes. So the clay keeps the water so the plants can come and take it, right? Thank you, Aus. Great. Now, you know that a lot of soil here, they have what? Living things. You can find living things. Do you see the worms? And they are very tiny. You can see worms, you can see a lot of other creatures, okay? So there's another, I think here, what I have here, as you can you see what I'm holding? Can you see what I'm holding? Yeah, it's actually, I think it's most likely to be humus because it's really dark. It's really dark and I can break it to pieces. And humus is like the best soil ever. Why? Because it has dead plants and dead animals are really good food for other plants, okay? Because other plants, they need food, not only water. So they can take it from the humus. The humus has what? Dead plants and dead animals, okay? And of course it has pieces of rocks, water, air. So the soil is made up of what? Pieces of rocks, water, air, and humus, or dead plants and animals. Okay, just like here, let's see. Here they're holding clay soil, and here sandy soil. Do you see the soil, sandy soil? It's not like the clay. It's like when you rub it, you can feel the pieces. The clay is most likely like a Play-Doh. And here's the loamy soil. Do you see that the loamy soil is really dark? And the darker the soil is, it's better, actually. Okay, now let me just ask you some questions because we're running out of time. We don't have time. Okay, here, soil is made up of tiny pieces of, who can solve this riddle? Tiny pieces of what? And what? And what? Farah? Yes, Farah. Here, the soil is made up of what? Here's the soil. It's made up of what? Pieces of?
Pieces of rocks.
Rocks. And not only pieces of, there has to be what for the plant to take?
Wall.
Water. And humus and
Air.
air. Good job, Farah. Yes, there has to be air, water, humus. We said that the humus is like food. It's dead plants and animals. Okay, and rocks. Great job, Farah. Now, there are different types of soil. Who can tell me some types that we just mentioned? I need somebody. Yusuf Majali, it's time for you to talk now. Yalla, tell me. Give me some types of rocks, please. Soil, sorry. Types of soil. You can have a look at the screen. It's okay. Hashim Maraqa, prepare yourself after Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf. Remember in the experiment, we have 3 types. Try to remember the names.
Teacher,
Yeah.
I now come because the internet is not
There was something wrong with the internet?
Yeah.
Okay. But can you remember, I can show you a picture so it helps you to know what are here. We have samples of soil. Can you read them? Mm-hmm.
sandy soil,
Great. Loamy.
loamy soil, clay
And
soil,
clay
clayey soil.
Yes, great. Great job. Thank you, Yusuf. So those are different types of soil. Hashim Maraqa? Oh, he's not turning the video on even. You ran away? Oh, here are you. Okay, Hashim, yeah. Now it's your turn.
What?
Okay. Which type of soil has the least water through? It doesn't let the water to go. It holds the water inside. Which type of soil holds the water inside? Is it clay or sandy?
Clay.
Clay, awesome. And which type of soil lets all the water through? This soil doesn't like water. It's really poor. They call it a really poor soil. It doesn't like water.
Long.
We find it in the desert. That's why only cactus lives there, because cactus can store water for a long time, so they don't need that much water. Think about it.
Loamy.
Not loamy. You can find it in the desert and on the beach.
Sandy.
Sandy, great. So actually, why you can find sandy in the desert, and as you can see in the desert, you can open YouTube and watch the desert. There isn't that much trees, right? Only cactus and small bushes here and there, right? Right, yeah, Omar Qrea? Okay. Now, what is soil? Let's see, the bear is asking, what is soil? After all this, let's see what is soil. Is it air? If it's air, thumb up. If it does have air, thumb up. Put your thumb up. You think it has air inside? Who's putting his thumb up? Ileana, you think it has air? Tala thinks that it has air. Hala thinks that there's air. Hashim as well. You were right, actually. Hashim, Hala, Ileana, there is air. Good. Yeah, there is air inside. Even you see it inside and it's like underground, but there is air underground, okay? Pieces of rocks. If you think there is pieces of rocks or the soil is made up of pieces of rocks, thumbs up. Miral is raising her hand. Pieces of rocks. Who's raising his hand? Mirna. She's raising her hand. Yes, thumbs up. Tala. Aus. Hala. Who else? Farah, do you think soil is made up of pieces of rocks, Farah? Pieces of rocks? Yes? Okay, thumbs up. Zed, where's your thumb? Where's your thumb? And Maraqa, awesome. You were right. It's pieces of rocks and air. Rubber. Do you think rubber inside the soil? Rubber? If you say no, thumb down. If you say yes, thumb up. Zed saying no. Farah is saying no. Hashim as well. Aus, no. Omar, no. Tala, no. Hashim, Yusuf, Zena, oh, you came now. No, it doesn't have rubber. So no rubber. What about water? Water. Do you think there is water in the soil? Miral say yes. Mirna say no. Tala say yes. Omar say yes. Aus says yes. Hala says yes. Lamar says yes. Lara says baby brother. So water. Great. Living things like worms, bugs. There is in the soil. Farah says yes. Zaid says yes. Hashim. Who else? Hala, Aus. Lamar says yes. Omar says yes. Right? Tala says no. Mirna says yes. Yusuf, I don't know. Miral, yes. Zena says yes. Okay, Mirna says yes. Bana, I can see only your eyes. And Miral, awesome. So let's see. Living things is, yeah, actually, it's part of the soil. What about the humus? Humus is not living things. It's dead animals and dead plants. Humus, the dark thing. Do you see it? We saw it, right? So humus, what do you think? Yes or no? Humus, Miral says yes. Omar says no. Aus says yes. Lamar says yes. Hala. Farah. Hashim. Zed al-Horani. Let's see. Yes, humus is part of the soil, right? It's dead plants and animals. Awesome. The last question. Ali wants to find out which of these types of soil lets the most water through. Again, most water through. Is it clay, loamy, or sandy? The one we see it in the desert. What do you think? Lara Abadi. Which one you think it lets the most water through? All the water pass. It doesn't like water. It's really poor soil. Clayey, loamy, or sandy?
Sandy.
Sandy, great job. Yes, today's lesson is really simple and really fast. I enjoyed it with you all. Did you like the soil that I wrote? Yes. Do you like science?
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
Yes.
Teacher. Try to think why we need soil and why it's important. Why it's important to have. Okay, it's really important to have soil in our world.
Yeah.
Wait. Yes, Eliana.
Because we use it for plants, and when we have for plants, they become vegetable and and we eat it.
Thank you. Thank you.
To ask you something, I want to
Then let's try to think about
type of rocks inside.
that and comment. Okay?
Teacher.
Wait. Liana told me a really good answer that we get wood from the
Teacher.
forest. If there's more benefits, please tell me next time. Okay?
Teacher.
Yes, hello.
To ask you something.
Yes, hello.
To
And
ask
tell you what I have.
Oh, you have this? Okay.
I have a lemon to say.
Okay.
Oh, type of
I
rock.
have a plant.
You have plants? I have plants as well here. Allah.
I have a lot of plants.
Read the type of rocks.
I have only one plant.
Awesome. Great, Eliana.
Teacher.
Assalamu alaikum. You have to end.
I have a cat. Teacher.
Take care. Let's do something good today. Like, okay?